Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I have a deck profile from top 4. James is Grimm deck. So what do you got for it, James?
I have a odd Grimm Aggro, and of course my ruler is Grimm, the was he Fairy Tale Prince? Yeah.
Got a little reflection on the sleeves.
Yeah,
oh, well.
they're matte, so we might not be able to.
I'll just try to show them up to the camera. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But, so Grimm is the ruler.
So he's the ruler. What he does, he doesn't have a J ruler side, so he never flips. He lets you, once per turn, pay 1. You discard a fairy tale that you have in your hand, and you can search up another fairy tale, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So he lets you kind of filter what you need at certain times. So if I have little aggressive guys at the late game, I can go get some of my more tempo cards to finish out games. And then his second thing that he does is he allows you to pay any color will for fairy tales. So, you know, it's not, you can't really get messed over too bad on your will costs because you can pay whatever you have. So pretty much all the wills for is for my spells and leaving it open for whatever, you know, my spell costs are.
Yep.
Starting with Resonators, there's the 4 of, because it's odd, it's the 4 of March Hares.
Show that up to the camera.
Yeah.
You can keep going.
Okay. They're really just little aggressive 1-drops, or 1 for a 500, 300, which is a good body for a 1-drop. Their thing is when they attack, you have to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's odd, he does damage as normal. If it's even, he does damage to you. Most of the deck is odd. In fact, there's only 1 main deck card that's even, so you're not at high risk to hurt yourself. He's pretty much a straight beat stick.
Just let you know you don't have to go over all the cards.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just throw them out. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
However you want to do it.
Yeah. No. Next up is Hunter in Black Forest. He's just a 300 with swiftness, so he gets in there fast. After him is another 1-drop Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell comes in as on her own 200. She gets plus 200 for each creature you have, so she gets big with all my 1-drops that I run, since I have 16, I think, 1-drop fairy tales. Of course, Cheshire Cats, they filter draw you cards. They're just so good. Most of the time when I search for something with Grimm, it's going to be a Cheshire Cat to draw more cards and to dig out. The 1 even card is Glinda, and she's just for a late game push to give something unblockable, or to help stop something from getting removed, because she's kind of a soft counter for normal spells. Then you have Oz. He's really powerful. He goes and searches for a 1-drop, and every spell in the deck that's not a Resonator is a 1-drop. So he goes and gets whatever spells I need, usually a Thunder. There's Rapunzel. 1 Rapunzel. With all the 1-drops, she can 1-hit kill somebody pretty fast. She just kind of buffs them and gives them flying, and so you tap out during your draw phase. She gets huge and just swings for games sometimes. Then for some tempo,
Pick these up for you.
yeah, we'll just move those out of the way.
We can keep on working. There you go.
I run 3 Etnas. She basically, when she comes in, she has Awakening X, which is she taps down creatures and then they stay tapped. And then if she hits your opponent, they discard a card. She's pretty much that late game push, just to get creatures or get Resonators out of the way, so that you can hit home with some of your big guys or your little guys if they're still around. One of the not fairy tales is just good utility. Little Dread, the Fake Red Moon. It never falls for 3. She's always either coming out for 4 or 5 or 7 of 6. So she takes stuff, and she can kill things or buff something else if you need that push as well. And then lastly is 3 Blazer. He's just there for, he's a swiftness. 1100, he's a big body, he hits hard, he comes out fast. He's usually, after things are all tapped out, he's just finishes the game. He's my game finisher.
Super good against control.
He's really good against control. He removes things from the game, so he's really good against things that manipulate graveyards as well. So, because you can just get rid of stuff. Then onto my spells, I have 2 Rapid Decays, because I'm going to be wanting to get rid of little Resonators early to push my tiny guys through, being an aggressive kind of tempo deck. I have 1 Duel of Truth, just to go get, like, if I need Blazer to kill something off to get through at the end, or just, you know, to he can fight a J ruler that's bigger than most of my guys. And then of course 4 Thunders, just the 500 damage is to a Resonator or a player is just really strong. And then lastly is Dream of Wonderland, the other odd card. If you reveal your top card, and if it's odd, you put it back in your hand. So it's just a tempo card, and sometimes it saves your own guys. So it's just good for this deck.
Definitely.
Yep. And then for my stones, keep it simple, with Split Heaven and Earth running around. Keep it a lot of basics. So 4 fire, 2 water, and 4 Hearth core, which is the fire water. And so even in my sideboard, I run Split Heaven and Earth myself. So sometimes it catches me and hurts me a little bit, but it's usually pushes me ahead. I'm ahead at that point, so that it wins the game for me. Yep. And then sideboard, some more Glindas, just for that push, for more aggression. Gilles, he's strong. He comes in and he flies. Sometimes I have that issue where I have to fly over the top because they put out so many blockers. Blazer can't get through, and this guy solves that problem by going over the top.
That card almost killed me too.
And he comes back.
Because of that, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and he comes back. And then 2 little dreads.
Wait, I showed that already.
Yeah, in the sideboard. Just kind of, she's good utility. Even though she's not a fairy tale, she's still really good utility. 2 Duel of Truths for like the bigger J rulers that I have problems with. That's what they come in for. A couple more Rapid Decays in case I'm going against another aggressive deck. 1 Crime and Punishment, which is again for J rulers mostly. And it just deals damage to whatever else. So I can chump block and then own their J ruler. And then 4 Split Heaven and Earth, because it's just such a good card right now. And if you're running any kind of aggro or tempo, it can put you ahead and win the game. So, yep.
So before we finish out, would you change anything with the deck or side deck?
I don't know. I really like the way the deck runs. I like the toolbox and utility. I might actually take Rapunzel out. I'd put Rapunzel in last minute as just something else, but she takes a lot of heat, and I never really saw her stick around too much. So I mean, maybe take out Rapunzel for something. Sideboard, I don't know. I don't feel like I got a lot of good use out of my duels, but that's just kind of, I guess, our meta. I didn't run into a whole bunch of
Canes or
Canes or anything I had to duel truth against. So maybe in their place, some stuff that might, I need something that makes my guys untargetable. That seems to be the big issue that I was having, was I would get something out and then it would just be, I'm just gonna
kill spell or whatever.
Kill spell it or whatever. And
removal seems to be a problem.
The removal was really heavy, but for the most part, it races really well, and it keeps a good tempo.
Looks pretty good.
That's it. Yep, that's the deck.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yep.